Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a card for you guys today, and today we are asking the question, what will happen on your next vacation? So yeah, this is going to be a pretty fun, kind of lighthearted type of reading, just to see where you may go on vacation next time, what you might do, what might come about of it, that kind of thing. So I figured that'd be kind of a fun and cool reading to do. And actually, this reading is inspired by JRG, who commented on my last reading that I uploaded, because I asked you guys what topics, what ideas and suggestions you had that you would be interested in for different types of readings and pick-a cards and that kind of thing. And JRG actually chimed in and suggested a vacation reading. And I thought that was such a good suggestion because I don't think I've ever done a vacation reading before. And it's unique and it's different and it's fun, and I like to mix it up here and keep things spicy and different as it is. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to go ahead and go with that topic because that's a really good one. And if you have any particular topic in mind that you would like to see, don't hesitate to drop me a comment down below and make your suggestion, because I am definitely open to those ideas. I'm basically here for you guys anyways, and what you would like to see in terms of readings. So, you're kind of in the driver's seat when it comes to the topic. But aside from the fact that this would be a unique and different topic, I also thought timing-wise this would be the perfect reading to do, because for the past year, a lot of us have been stuck in lockdown, in quarantine, isolation, stuck at home, basically having cabin fever and stuff because of the way the world has been due to COVID. So a lot of people are not traveling. A lot of people are not leaving home. A lot of people are not going on vacation. So this is definitely timely and appropriate, because once things start to stabilize and restrictions start to lift and life starts returning to some kind of semblance of normalcy again, I'm sure we're all going to want to get out there and travel and go somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's just like a quick little weekend getaway, a couple of hours away, or, clear across the ocean to a different country. I'm sure we all want to travel. We all like to do it. I definitely like to travel. So yeah, I figured this would be a great reading to do simply because of that. So before I get into the pile introductions, I just want to remind you guys that I am live every Monday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time here on this channel to do readings. So if you guys want to pop on in and get a reading done, I would love to have you for that. And I'm also open and available for private readings as well. So if you have maybe several questions that you want to have answered, or it's just a situation you'd really like me to dive deep into that, may be complicated or something, or maybe you just want to keep things confidential and not put it on blast during a live, that's a perfect reason to go ahead and seek out a private reading. So I'm open and available for those too. So information for both live readings and private readings should all be in the description below. So feel free to check that out. Reach out to me anytime about those things. I'm here. I'm available for you guys. And also, before you bounce out of this video, make sure that you like it, and that if you're not already subscribed, you are welcome to join the fam here and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know about those upcoming lives and when new videos come out and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's always a good thing too. But let me dive into this and introduce our piles so you guys can choose one and find out about your upcoming next future vacation. So pile number one is, if I can pick up the crystal, pile number one is opalite. So a very pretty, very simple little opalite. Pile number two is a geode. I don't know what kind of geode or where it's from or anything, but it's a geode. Pile number three is a heart-shaped clear quartz. Pile number 4 is another geode. Looks a little bit different than the first one, once again. Don't know where it's from, don't know what kind it is, don't know anything about it, but here it is. Voila. And pile number 5 is an angel aura quartz crystal. I love angel aura quartz because it has like that rainbowy shine to it. So anyway, those are your 5 different options. Timestamps are down below, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this, starting out with our opalite crystal to see what may be happening for you on your next vacation. Hi, pile 1, if you chose this cute little opalite crystal, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what may be in store for you on your next vacation. Fun stuff. All right. We're going to start off with the ice cream oracle, and we're going to see what comes through for you guys. So you guys have green tea, work ethic, diligence, and meticulousness. Blue moon, dream, imagine, create. Bubblegum, memories, nostalgia, and childhood. And Rocky Road, adventure, preparation, and challenge. Very interesting mixture, especially for a vacation. So, the first thing that I noticed right off the bat here with green tea, work ethic, diligence, and meticulousness, I feel like the next vacation you wind up going on is gonna wind up being like a work vacation, basically. It's not going to be a vacation where you plan to go on it with your family or your friends for recreation or anything like that, but it's going to be like a work-related type of reason, a conference, some business meeting, something work-related. There's going to be a work-related reason here for traveling because it does say work ethic, and I do feel like part of the time that you are away, that is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be diligent and you're going to be doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do when you travel for work. And even if you're sitting here saying like, well, the job I have, I don't travel anywhere. I don't go anywhere for work. You never know. That may change. Something may happen in the company that you work in or with different policies or something like that where they may have to change something. And before you know it, you have to travel somewhere. Or you may wind up getting a new job that requires you to work by the time that this happens, on vacation somewhere. You'll have to travel somewhere. So that's the first thing I'm picking up. But I do feel like wherever it is that they send you on this work-related trip, it's going to be a nice place because we also have blue moon, dream, imagine, and create. So I feel like it's going to be kind of like a dreamy kind of atmosphere that they send you to. Like they may send you to a really nice and fancy resort where they have all the amenities, where they have, sparkling blue pools and, cozy warm hot tubs and spas, and, they're going to have like a salon kind of spa kind of area where you can get like a facial done and get massages and all kinds of amazing stuff, definitely like a 5-star type of level resort area kind of thing. And that could really be in any kind of environment. It could be a tropical environment, it could be in a city, it could be in like a mountain region kind of area. It could be in a lot of different areas, but I think wherever it is, like it's going to be stunning and it's going to be gorgeous. Like the resort is going to be gorgeous, and like if you're in the mountains, it's going to be a spectacular and beautiful view. If you're somewhere tropical, there's going to be white sandy beaches and beautiful long tall palm trees. If it's a city, it's going to be like exciting and bustling and it's going to be like the good part of the city, basically. So I do feel like it's going to be like a very gorgeous setting, like a very gorgeous scenery wherever you are, just to the nines with everything. Like maybe you wouldn't be the kind of person who would normally stay at a 5-star resort, but because of your job, because of this work-related thing, it's going to put you up into a situation like that pretty much. And I think because you're going to be so much out of the box, basically, from your norm, it's going to be very inspiring for you. It's going to put this spark of creativity into you that you weren't even expecting. So that's really, really cool. And interesting here, we have bubblegum, memories, nostalgia, childhood. So this may not necessarily apply to all of you, but for some of you, I feel like the location of this place, it may be kind of familiar. It may be tied to an area where you grew up in. It could be tied to a place that maybe you used to go vacation at when you were much younger. But yeah, there's definitely going to be like this nostalgic feel about this trip too. You may wind up reconnecting with somebody from your past while you're on this vacation that you weren't expecting to see. Like, let's say you're going to such and such city and so and so that you're friends with on Facebook or something that you haven't talked to in like 20 years. That they live in that city, and you may be just like, hey, I'm going to be in such and such at such and such time, if you're free, let's go grab lunch or something like that. And maybe it's a person you'll wind up seeing, which is going to bring up some of this nostalgia vibe. But there's definitely going to be something that is going to kind of bring up just like memories from the past. And I feel like whatever memories you create during this trip are going to be really good for you too. And then we also have Rocky Road, Adventure, Preparation, and Challenge. So I feel like this trip, just as a whole, it's going to be this exciting adventure for you. The challenges, they may come when it comes to the work part, because it would be like a work trip, a work vacation. So the challenges may be tied to that. But I think they're going to be healthy challenges. They're not going to be like things that you get frustrated and upset with, because I feel like at the same time, your creative juices here are going to be flowing, which is going to be, beneficial to you when it comes down to rising to the challenge with basically anything. But I definitely feel like, yeah, you're going to be having an adventurous time. It's going to be a good time, like if you go to a mountainous area or something like that, maybe you're going to wind up going out on like a work character building activity, scavenger hunt, hiking kind of thing or whatever. They also have those kinds of things too, like workshops and everything to help people brainstorm and work together better and things like that. So it could be something like that as well. But either way, I think the challenges are going to be fun. I think it's going to be an adventure you're definitely going to want to take on. So yeah, I feel like overall that's going to be really good and really fun for you guys. Let's see what we have here from the Sacred Creators Oracle. And you guys have Nourish the Sacred Feminine, External Validation, Your Soul Shines, and Success and Transformation. So I feel like with Nourish the Sacred Feminine, I feel like that's probably just confirmation that, whoever's likely watching this is probably a feminine. I feel like most of you guys who do come to my channel and watch are, probably feminines. But, you can be a feminine and you can still be like a badass when it comes to your job, and you can still like be a badass when it comes to your career and, conquering the world and all that kind of stuff. So, I feel like your femininity, it's like an asset to you, basically. It's an asset in how you just like approach life and how you engage and connect with others and go about your work life. And, there may be opportunities for you to tap into that feminine energy, in a sense, that feminine essence, while you're on this work trip. Maybe there are a lot of dudes or something who work in your line of work, and this is going to be a chance for you to kind of sparkle and radiate that. which is funny because you guys also have your soul shines, and I feel like, that's what's going to wind up happening while you guys are on this work vacation, because, you are going to be, working really hard and rising to those challenges and everything. I feel like those are also going to be opportunities for your soul to shine, basically. And it doesn't matter what it is you do. It doesn't matter if you work with people, or you work with numbers, or you work with, marketing, or whatever it is. I feel like your soul, who you are as a person, your characteristics, your spirit, it just shines through everything that you do. You affect your coworkers in a positive way and stuff like that. So I feel like there's definitely going to be an opportunity for that to happen while you guys are on your work vacation. With external validation, I feel like you will be receiving external validation while you're on this vacation. Whatever it is that you wind up doing, whether it's a project or workshop or business meeting or whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like, basically whoever it is that's in authority in the situation here, whether it's your boss or it's a client or however it is that looks, I feel like they're going to be giving you praise, and they're going to be validating your hard work. They're going to be validating your follow through. They're going to be validating basically you and your work and your presence, and just whatever's happening during this work trip. So I do feel like people are going to validate you. They're going to see you. They're going to appreciate you. So that's going to be an added benefit while you're on this work trip. And there is success and transformation. So, you guys did get this rocky road card here about things being an adventure. And I feel like in that adventure, there's going to be this internal transformation within yourself, and maybe even externally when it comes to just your career and what you're doing as a whole. And you're going to see success out of it. So, bottom line is this work trip is going to be successful. I feel like, yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, there's going to be hard work, but there's also going to be relaxation involved in it. There's going to be creativity that's going to be sparked and inspired through it. And with the combination of all of that, the end goal, the ultimate thing out of this is going to be success. Success in terms of, you doing a job well done on what you're doing on this work trip, and success in terms of just you enjoying yourself and taking in the 5-star resort and all these other different things going on around you that you normally wouldn't get when you're at home. So that's really positive. I also have a couple cards here from the Divine Dogs of Wisdom. And you guys got self-worth, love what you see. Belonging, find your pack. And listening, pay close attention. So with listening, pay close attention, I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities basically for you to listen while you're on this work trip. So whether it's you listening to coworkers, your boss, to clients, whatever it is, you're going to be, paying attention to what they need and communicating and what's going on and that kind of stuff. And I feel like this is something that you're going to be able to grow in more so being away and being out of your usual environment rather than if you had been at home. I feel like, if you were stuck in the office or stuck working from home, it's you kind of fall into your usual habitual type of patterns where it may be kind of easy to just kind of zone out and not pay attention to what's happening with your coworkers or something like that. But I feel like because you're going to be outside your usual environment, it's going to be a time of inspiration for you to actually listen and maybe learn some stuff that you never knew, that you never realized before about your boss or your coworkers or your clients or whatever it is. Self-worth, love who you are. So I do feel like while you're on this trip, You're going to learn some things about yourself, and I feel like they're going to be positive things. I feel like they're going to be good things. Like, I'm not picking up anything negative from this reading whatsoever. Even with you needing to rise to certain challenges while you're on the job, I think it's all going to be like for the better. I think it's all going to be challenges that you're going to be ready to take on and you're going to be excited about. And I feel like by the time that this work trip is done, you're going to like leave this resort, this 5-star resort, with your love tank basically filled up for yourself. You're going to feel really good about a job well done, as well as feeling like well rested and refreshed and relaxed being in a different environment. And then with belonging, find your pack. I feel like that this work trip is going to bring you closer to the people around you. So whether you work on having a better relationship with your boss or a better relationship with your coworkers, or, establishing more trust and confidentiality with your clients and bringing in more clients, or whatever the case may be, by the time this trip is done, you're going to have like really good positive connections and relationships within your work field, basically, which is super exciting. Like I said, I feel like this is just going to be like good results overall. It's going to be good for you, like personally, in terms of like a little bit of a refresh for yourself, and definitely professionally too, considering it's all going to be like a work inspired kind of trip. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. You guys got, whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. So basically, I feel like this card is pretty much reminding you guys that, whatever it is that you ask for in life, whether it's in regards to a vacation and work, or whether it's, other things going on in your world, never hesitate to pray, never hesitate to talk to God, because he's there for you. He's listening to you. He's got your back above and beyond anybody else. So, feel free to go to him, and, he's there to support you, is pretty much the bottom line. So, anyway, hopefully this message resonated and made sense for you. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did help you at all, then please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple, small little emoji. And also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you can jump on in and be a part of that too and get a reading done. And I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by here and hang out with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this lovely little geode, which I don't know what it is or where it's from, but that's okay. But if you chose this cute little geode, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is going to happen on your next vacation, in which I think we all are a little overdue when it comes to taking a vacation. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the Ice Cream Oracle. And you guys got Blueberry, Peace, Meditation, and Acceptance. Peppermint, Conscious Realization, Awakening. Orange, Enthusiasm, Confidence, and Courage. And Butter Pecan, Reason, Market, Sell. Ooh, okay, you guys. So, right off the bat, I'm definitely picking up the vibe from this group that your next vacation is going to be like a spiritual vacation. Like, it's going to be like a vacation for you, pretty much. So the reason why I'm getting that is, number one, we have peace with blueberry, meditation, and acceptance. So I feel like wherever it is that you go, whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it's near or far, you're going to be doing this for you. It's going to be like a vacation about yourself. It's going to be a time where you're going to be able to do a lot of meditation. And a prime example of a vacation I can give you guys for this is actually one I did for myself a long, long time ago, actually. In 2008, I took a road trip. It was a cross-country road trip. I drove from LA to Chicago and back the spring of 2008. And it was basically a road trip for me because I was by myself. I went by myself. Well, actually, I considered it a road trip of like me and God, because I wasn't like on the road totally by myself. You know, I always have God with me. I always have the angels with me and that kind of thing. So I just needed that time. I just needed that time to get into the car because I was stressed out and I was under a lot of pressure, and I just needed to escape. I needed to get away for a little while. I needed to get away from the stress and the anxiety. I needed to change the scenery. And for me, at least, you know, meditation looks different for everybody. And for me, driving is kind of like a place of meditation for me. Because if I just get in the car and I cruise and the scenery is changing and I got my pedal to the metal and I've got my music blaring, I kind of go into this kind of peaceful, meditative kind of space. It's like I'm there, I exist physically, but it's like my mind is kind of somewhere else in a sense. And I needed that not just to like, you know, go run to Target and come home, but I needed that to like drive clear across the country and spend like several days for hours at a time in the car, which was very helpful for me. And it was kind of just like this spiritual refresh and this spiritual reset for me. And in a weird way, I think I've actually kind of been doing that again because, you know, I drove from LA to Chicago once again in November, clear across country. And, you know, I just had my dog and my two birds with me traveling, but I didn't have another human with me. It's just been me and my animals and God, basically. But once again, it's being back in that meditative state that I've kind of needed. And I still have to drive back, so I still have to kind of like finish the round in a sense when it comes to that. But for me, at least, that's like the best comparison I can give you guys as to like something for me personally where that worked. Maybe you're similar like that with the driving thing. You don't have to be, but however it is that looks for you in terms of like being in a place that is going to bring you peace and meditation and kind of just spend time between you and God, basically. You know, that could be like you going on vacation to like a spa somewhere where people are, you know, pampering you with like with yoga and massages and stuff like that. It could be anything. So whatever it is that it is for you, because that's going to look different for everybody. And then we have conscious realization, awakening, which I feel like that just kind of emphasizes everything I was just talking about with, you know, the spiritual stuff. This is like a spiritual reset for you guys. It's a spiritual vacation. And, you know, if you are like, you know, me or anybody else who has been experiencing all this craziness during COVID, you're probably kind of fed up with it and you're probably overwhelmed and you're just due. You're just due for like a change of perspective, a spiritual reset. It's like you're a cable box and you just got to unplug yourself for a few minutes and then plug yourself back in order to get yourself to work. So it really is like this vacation is going to be like a spiritual reset. This may be a vacation that you go on by yourself. There may not be anyone else who goes with you. This may just be a solo thing that you just need to do for you to love up on yourself. We also have orange, enthusiasm, confidence, and courage. So I feel like the emotions that this vacation is going to bring out of you are these very positive, vibrant types of feelings. It's going to bring out a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of confidence, and I feel like it's going to give you the courage and the strength and the endurance that you need to go forward in the next step beyond that vacation. So let's say you are taking this vacation because you're under a lot of stress, you're under a lot of pressure, you have a lot of burdens, you need that spiritual reset. You go get that spiritual reset, and that doesn't necessarily remove all the problems that you had beforehand. You may have to go home to those problems, but you're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to feel energized and refreshed and ready to tackle those things and ready to deal with those things and say, hey, yes, I have to go back into the real world now and I have to handle some problems, but now I'm ready for it. I can handle it. I can conquer those things and carry on with my life. So I feel like that's the energy you're going to wind up walking out of this vacation, of this personal solo pampering trip for yourself when it's done. And with Reason Market Sell, the only negative thing I can really see out of this entire situation is before you go on this vacation, you may try and reason yourself out of it. Because when we're reasoning about something, that's thinking. That's like going into overthinking land. And, marketing and selling, that's like persuasion and thinking and that kind of stuff. And that's kind of a more push and pull kind of negative energy that's very much the opposite of how these three are here. So I feel like there may be this temptation that you may have to basically, you may reason yourself to basically not take this trip. I feel like there's a part of you that may kind of push and pull and argue with yourself to not do this. That you may reason with yourself and say, oh, I shouldn't go because I really don't have the time. I shouldn't go because my kids need me. I shouldn't go because my husband needs me. I shouldn't go because my boss needs me. I shouldn't go because, my cousin's next door neighbor that they knew from high school who now lives 30 miles away and all that, like they need me. Like you can't just, keep reasoning yourself out of reasons to not go and not do it. So don't delay it. Definitely do it. It doesn't even have to be like a crazy long vacation. You don't have to drive across country like some crazy like me. It could just be like a little weekend staycation if you really needed to. If you couldn't even really go that far, just make sure that you're able to do it, because I feel like you guys need that little reset. And, even if it's just a small amount of time, it's going to help a lot. We also have some cards here from the Sacred Creators Oracle, and you guys have the Now. What do you really want? Changes. And what's your honest truth? So starting with the Now, I feel like you guys need to start planning this now. Like this is something you guys should not wait on. Even though, COVID may not be completely over, that doesn't mean you can't travel at all. I mean, look at me. I drove from LA to Chicago in November, right before things got really crazy with the spikes that happened around Thanksgiving. That was around the time I drove out here, and I'm okay. I'm fine. I haven't gotten sick. Nobody around me has gotten sick. I'm fine. I'm good. So, don't let COVID stop you from making these plans. It's important to be smart about things, of course, plan wisely. Don't just do things all loopy and haphazardly, but still plan it. Still do it. Don't wait on this, because I feel like you guys are really burnt out and stressed out, and you need to start planning this now. Don't keep putting it off and being like, oh, someday I'll do it. In the future, I'll do it. Start figuring it out now. And I feel like when you're on this trip, of course, there are going to be a lot of changes. I feel like there's going to be a lot of internal changes with, you having just like new spiritual awakenings out of this and realizations coming out of a place of meditation. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of internal changes for you out of this. But they're going to be much needed, much wanted too, for that matter. Like I said, that spiritual reset. And I feel like these are the two questions that you are going to be answering for yourself while you are on your little self vacation. You're going to be asking yourself what it is that you really want, and you're going to be able to answer this. But I feel like you guys aren't really at a place where you can answer this for yourself with what you really want right now, because you're too overly and heavy burdened with what is currently happening in your life. You're too burnt out. You're too weighed down by all the pressures. And when we're weighed down by all that crap, it doesn't give us a decent perspective. It doesn't give us a fair perspective. So you gotta, take that step back. You gotta unplug yourself for a little while. And I feel like during that reset, you'll really be able to answer this, because you're not going to be answering it from a stressed out place. You'll be answering it from a place of rest and peace. And whatever it is that brings you peace in life, those are the things that are right for you. Even if it makes no sense, even if, common sense doesn't exactly align with it. You got to trust your gut, and you got to do what's right for you, even if other people don't necessarily see it the same way. This is your life. You're the one living it. This is not about what other people think or do. That's their lives. That's their things. What is it that you really want? These are the things you're going to be figuring out. And in conjunction to that, you're going to be asking yourself, what is your honest truth? What is yours? That's, very similar to what it is that you want. What is your truth? Not, what is Bob, Joe, Susie, Tom, whatever, what's their truth? It's not about that. And maybe like in your day-to-day life, you're being pulled in several different directions, and you're always answering to everybody else's truth. But you got to start answering to your own. Like I said, maybe you have some people-pleasing kind of tendencies, and maybe you want to do what's right and what's best for everybody else. And, I get that, and I understand that, and it's great that you have a heart to want to be there for others and to put their needs first. But don't forget that you have needs too. And that just because something works one way for one person doesn't mean it's going to work that way for everybody. And if that doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, and that's okay. So figure out your truth, figure out what you want. And I feel like that this vacation time that you take for yourself, by yourself, is going to clear a lot of those questions up of the unknown. I also have a few cards here from the Divine Dog here for you. And you guys got loneliness, longing to belong, guilt, turn off the alarm, and protection, put up your guard. So with loneliness, I feel like this is kind of where you guys are at right now. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but taking a vacation by myself is the last thing I want to do. I would feel so lonely if my family wasn't with me, or whatever it may be. But I feel like even right now, before going on a vacation, I feel like you guys have like this sense of loneliness in your hearts, just being at home with where you're at. Even if you're surrounded by a bunch of other people, even if you live in a full house with a bunch of other people, even if you're surrounded by a ton of people at work or wherever, I feel like that doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to physically be around people constantly to not feel lonely. Loneliness is a feeling. You can physically be alone, or you can physically be surrounded by people, but loneliness can happen in either one of those scenarios. You also have people who spend time alone, and they're completely fine, and they're completely fulfilled, and they don't feel lonely at all. So loneliness is not about being surrounded by people or not. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of feeling. And I feel like you guys may be feeling kind of lonely just with where you're at right now in your life, in your home, surrounded by whoever it is you are surrounded by. So that I feel like is going to be able to melt away, because you can reset that on this little vacation. We also have guilt, turn off the alarm. So I do feel like some of you may feel guilty for doing this. You may feel guilty for picking up and saying, hey, guess what, guys? I'm going away for the weekend by myself. Have fun. do your own thing. I do feel like some of you guys are going to feel guilty, especially if maybe you're like a mom or something like that. Like you may have some of that residual mom guilt, but don't feel guilty. It's probably going to be the best thing possible that you could even do for your kids, because then you're going to come back as like a better, more caring, more attentive mom, more understanding mom, more supportive mom than you were beforehand, you know? So, that going away will actually be beneficial for your kids as well. It'll be beneficial for everybody around you. So don't feel guilty about taking a little bit of time for yourself, of, doing a little self-care vacation. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And then we have protection. Put your guard up. So if people do come against you for this and ridicule you and criticize you, first of all, their opinions don't count anyways. I feel like people will be understanding and will be supportive, especially, if they get you and that kind of stuff. So I don't feel like everyone's going to be like, oh, you shouldn't take a weekend getaway just for you. Like, that's stupid. I don't feel like everyone's going to do that. But if you do come across, that one annoying person who is, judgy von holier than thou, you gotta ignore that. You gotta block that out. You gotta protect yourself from that kind of negativity, because you don't want to carry that into a vacation, into a time that is meant to be beneficial for you. Finally, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Luke 11:28. So I do feel like God talks to you and he communicates with you, and, he lets you know what it is that, you need and that kind of thing. You are connective. You are an intuitive soul yourself. So, if God tells you like, hey, you need to go on a little weekend getaway just between me and you, let's do a little weekend vacation, between you and God kind of a thing. Listen to him. Go for it. Do it, There's nothing wrong with it. You are blessed. You are favored. So, never forget that. Anyway, so that's basically what I see going on for you guys dealing with your next upcoming vacation, which looks like it's definitely going to be a nice little vacation. Probably solo, but definitely much needed in terms of self-care. So if this message did resonate for you, please let me know and leave a comment down below. If the message did not work out for you, that's okay. Just let it go. Not a big deal at all. So yeah. Also, you guys, if you could please give this video a big thumbs up, that definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way, and also so you know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you will get the little notification about that, and then you can join in and be a part of that and get a little reading done, which would be super cool. So, yeah. Anyway, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by and hang out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this lovely little clear quartz, heart-shaped clear quartz, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is going to happen on your next vacation. All right, cool stuff, you guys. Definitely a fun little reading to do. So we're going to start off with you guys on the Ice Cream Oracle, and let's see what you guys get. So we have Maple, kindness, friendship, and support. Kiwi Strawberry, youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance. Cookie Dough, building, evolution, development. And Spumoni, variety, opportunity, and choices. Okay, So, right off the bat, I feel like you guys are going to be going on a vacation. Definitely, like, not on your own, like how pile 2 was, and not like a work related trip like pile 1. But I feel like you guys are going to be going on vacation with friends or family, people that you care about regardless. So it's definitely going to be for recreation. It's definitely going to be yeah, with people that you love and care about, like friends and family. So the first card you guys have here is Maple. Kindness, friendship, and support. So this is one of the reasons why I was picking up on, going on vacation with friends, or it could be family, but either way, I feel like it's going to be with people that you're supportive of and people who are in return supportive of you, for sure. It's going to be like this nice little group trip. And, I don't feel like it's going to be a trip that's filled with drama or craziness. You know how it can be, like, sometimes, like, you get a bunch of friends to go on a vacation together, and sometimes, like, chaos and drama ensues and that kind of thing. But I don't feel like it's going to be like that. I feel like it's going to be pretty peaceful. You guys are going to be pretty kind to each other, pretty, chill and that kind of thing. Apparently this card wants to flip around and go crazy on me. Kiwi strawberry, we have youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance. So once again, I feel like the vibes here are just going to be really good. With optimism and exuberance, that you guys are just going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be energetic. With youthfulness, I feel like you guys are going to be on vacation, maybe doing something tied into something that you used to do when you were younger. Like, maybe you guys are going to go to like an amusement park or something. Maybe you guys are going to go down to Florida and go to Disney World or something. I'm kind of picking up that kind of vibe, kind of like an amusement park trip kind of a vibe. So you could go somewhere where there's like an amusement park. If it's not an amusement park, it could be just like something that you used to do when you were younger. Like if you and your friends used to go on like beach vacations or something like that when you were younger, you could do that. If you did like ski vacations when you were younger, it could be something like that. So something definitely connected to youth, but definitely the amusement park thing stuck out to me first and foremost, simply because that is usually something that we do when we're younger. And it's kind of like whenever we go back to an amusement park, even when we're older, it brings back out the kid within, basically. So I feel like it's going to be a fun time. With building, evolution, and development with cookie dough, I feel like it's going to be a good opportunity to see these relationships flourish and grow while you're on vacation. So while I don't think there's going to be like any craziness or drama in the connections between you and the other people that you go on vacation with, I do feel like there's just going to be an opportunity for emotional intimacy is basically what I'm picking up on. So I feel like you guys are going to have good conversations, like good heart-to-heart kind of conversations that are going to help build and grow your connections together and make them stronger. So like if you guys are standing in lines, for example, waiting to go on rides at an amusement park, it's like, what else are you going to do during that time? You guys may wind up having some really interesting conversations, getting to know one another, or maybe you'll have a few dinners out or something and sit down and have some good conversations, or just have, like these late night talks that you normally wouldn't have if you were at home in your regular routine doing your regular grind and that kind of thing. So I just feel like there's going to be this opportunity for basically emotional intimacy, where you're going to watch your relationships with these people evolve and build and grow into something even stronger and better, something just like healthy and good. Not to say that they were like bad or anything before then. They could be great and they could be amazing right now, but I feel like they're going to be even better than where they are even right now. And then with Spumoni, we have variety, opportunity, and choices. So I feel like once again, wherever it is that you guys go, whatever it is that you guys do, there are going to be so many different activities of fun things that you guys may want to do. Maybe you're going to go and explore a city or something like that. Maybe, like I said, I'm really getting amusement park vibes here really strong, because when you're at an amusement park, there's such like a huge variety of things that you can do. So many different choices of stuff. It doesn't just have to be rides. It could be rides, and then it's like different types of rides. There's like the kiddie rides, and then there's the big roller coasters. There's water rides. There's all kinds of stuff. And then there's like, the food. There's, parades and that kind of thing, especially if we're talking like the Disney kind of thing. There are different shows to see. There's just like so much to do. Like, it's insane. So yeah, I just feel like it's going to be a really fun time. And even if it's not like an amusement park, I just feel like whatever it is that you guys are doing, there's just going to be a lot of options of different things to do. That's just going to be like a lot of fun for everybody involved. There's going to be something for everyone. So even if like, let's say going back to the amusement park thing, maybe someone doesn't really like roller coasters who's in your group. Just because they don't like roller coasters doesn't mean that there's not something fun for them to do at this amusement park. There's definitely going to be something else, and it's like everyone's going to be able to partake and do something that they enjoy. That's going to be their thing. We also have some cards here from the Soul Creator Oracle cards. Apparently I cannot speak. So you guys have Creator of Water, Creator Air. So we got air and water. You are epic. Oh, duh, of course you are. And Fierce Serenity. All right. So interesting. We got air and water here. So we got a couple possibilities here with these two cards. So for one, this could just simply be a confirmation that you could be an air sign or a water sign, or have these elements in your chart. Or it could be confirmation of maybe people around you who are going to be going on this trip with you who may have air or water in their charts. They could be air or water signs. So that's the first thing immediately my mind went to. But considering we have two of the elements here, I feel like once again this kind of weighs in on the variety and the choices and the options of things you guys are going to have to do on this vacation. That it's kind of like, at one point you guys could be like up in the air, flying around on a roller coaster basically at one point, and then next minute you could be like in the water at like a swimming pool or something. So like I said, there's going to be something for everybody, something, for everyone to do basically on this vacation. With You Are Epic, I feel like by the time that this vacation is done and over, you're all going to be disappointed that it's ending. You're not going to want to like go back to regular life basically. You're going to be like, no, I want this vacation to continue on, because basically you guys are going to find this vacation to be epic. It's definitely going to be one of those like life-changing, always going to remember it kind of stories, 20, 30 years down the road when you guys are, hanging out and doing stuff, you're going to be like, man, do you remember when we went to such and such, right after COVID and everything? And everyone's going to be like, yeah, I remember that. And then you guys are going to look through the pictures and the videos and all this other stuff. And it's just going to be one of those like historic things that you guys are going to love. It's going to pop back up in like your Facebook memories and everything, and it's just going to take you into just such like a warm-hearted place when you guys see those memories come up. So I feel like this is definitely going to be one for the record books. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. And then with Fierce Serenity, when I think of serenity, it's funny because I also think of like a combination of surrender and peace. And I feel like just, you being on this vacation, it is going to bring you peace. It is going to bring you to a place of kind of just kind of like exhaling and kind of just feeling like, kind of a thing, like just surrendering over life stress and being like, yes, this is so good. And it's like, it's fierce peace, which means it's like strong, a kind of a peace. It's not, wimpy or anything like that. All right, we also have a few cards here from the Divine Dog of Wisdom. And you guys got contentment, be satisfied, integrity, presenting an altogether you, and shame. Bad dog, no biscuit. So, first of all, have no shame on this trip. If you guys do wind up going to Disney World or something, and you wind up, like riding on the kiddie rides or something, have no shame in your taste on this trip. Like if it were me personally right now, this wouldn't necessarily be an all-out trip for me because it's not that far away from me when I am back in LA, but if it were me, I would love to go to Disneyland right now. But that's not going to happen because Disneyland is closed. I can go to downtown Disney, I can go shopping there, but I can't actually go on rides or any of that kind of stuff because that's just not happening. But if this is something like Disney World, like I said, don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed of what it is that you want to do on this trip. Even if you think your friends are going to think it's silly or weird, don't be ashamed of it. I think that, they're going to be willing to go with the flow with you and have fun too. And with integrity, presenting an altogether you, I feel like this trip is going to be so good and such a positive bonding experience for you and the people that you go on vacation with, that it's you guys are going to see the real, true, genuine, transparent, and authentic versions of yourself. And I don't mean that in a messy way, oh, look at you and all your problems or anything like that. But I mean it in hey, I see you, I acknowledge you, I got to learn some pretty cool things about you that I didn't know, that I didn't realize before. Even if it's someone who's known you your entire life, you can always learn something new about somebody. So I feel once again, that kind of goes back into this whole building experience here where you guys are going to be having that emotional intimacy. And I feel through that emotional intimacy of just spending time together and having heart-to-heart conversations, it is going to wind up presenting a very authentic and real you, as well as them to you. And this vacation is going to bring overall contentment is what it comes down to. This may even be you guys at some point. You may just be kind of cruising down a lazy river or something like that, hanging out in a hot tub at the hotel, just chilling out. But I feel there's definitely going to be contentment. This is going to be a much needed vacation, a very enjoyable vacation, and you're going to feel content during it. You're going to feel so refreshed after it's done. The only downside, the only bad part of this vacation is the fact that it will eventually have to end and you'll eventually have to go home. But other than that, it's going to be a blast. You guys are going to have a fun time and you guys are going to be so content by the end of it. Finally, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, and you guys got the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. He shall teach you all these things. John 14:26. So always remember that God is the comforter. That's pretty much his job. That's what he's there for. He's there to comfort you and support you and encourage you and be there for you, whether it's in good times or bad times. And, he's always there not only to comfort you and support you, but to teach you and lead you and guide you, because God wants you to have the best life ever. He wants you to live your best life ever and live it to its fullest and enjoy it. You're not here to be tortured. You're not here to feel downtrodden and have a miserable existence. You are here to enjoy life, to have it, and to live it to the fullest, basically. So Never forget that. And I'm pretty sure this vacation is going to be one of those opportunities to live life to its fullest. So that's basically what I see going on for you guys in your next upcoming vacation. I'm so jealous. I want to come with you on this because it sounds like a super fun, amazing time. And your friend group sounds super cool too. But anyways, if the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just through a simple, small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up as well, because that definitely helps me out a lot too. And feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you'll get that little notification, ding, 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 that I am live. Hello, hello. And I would love to have you guys out for that. Anyways, I am just so incredibly thankful and grateful that you guys decided to stop on by here and spend a little bit of time with me here today. It definitely warms my heart. It means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this geode, which I don't know what kind it is or where it's from, but if you chose it, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is going to happen on your next vacation. So this is going to be so much fun. We're going to start off here with the Ice Cream Oracle, and you guys got chocolate vanilla swirl, complementary opposites, fairness and equality. Salted caramel, performances, costumes and mischief. Coconut, protection, purification, and boundaries. And cherry vanilla, love, passion, and relationships. Interesting. Very, very interesting, you guys. So, I love how every single pile so far has been super unique to its own in terms of the inspiration behind these vacations, these little getaways. So what I'm seeing from you guys is I feel like wherever it is that you go, wherever you go, whatever you do, it's going to be inspired by like a cause or like, I don't want to say work. It's not like a work thing. It's more like a cause, like, or performance kind of thing. So let me get into what I'm trying to explain here. So number one here with salted caramel, performances, costumes, and mischief. So this is partially why I was saying like performances. You know, like first thing right off the bat is like, let's say you're an entertainer. Let's say you're in the entertainment industry and you're a musician, for example. What do musicians do? They go on tour. You know, they record an album, they go in the studio, they release the album, and then they got to promote it, and they go out on tour and they do shows, right? So you could be someone who is connected into the music industry or something somehow. You don't necessarily have to be a performer. I mean, when artists go on tour, there's a lot of other people who have to go on tour with them, you know, the entire entourage, you know, there's, you know, crew and stuff like that who has to go too. So it's not just like straight up performers who go, but I am kind of getting the vibe that this could be like creatively related, this reason to travel and this reason to go. And I know that like concerts and tours and that kind of thing are not a thing right now because of COVID. But once again, you know, this is supposed to be reading into your future vacation. So just because things are shut down right now doesn't mean it will be forever, and that doesn't mean that someday, you know, concerts and tours and all the other kind of stuff isn't going to wind up returning. So I feel like there definitely could be like that kind of a thing going on here where the reason to leave and go out of town could be that you're like a performer of some sort or involved with some kind of like creative arts kind of reason to go. And I feel like that means not only will you be going to like one location, but if it's like a tour, you're going to go to like several locations. You're going to be going to like several different places, and probably over a longer period of time too. And it's funny here because we also have chocolate vanilla swirl, complementary opposites, fairness and equality. And like this is such like a bizarre mixture, honestly, you guys, of what's coming through with this reading. So I feel like it's almost kind of like two different groups into one. So with this one, maybe it's just because of what's been happening in the world lately and everything, but the first thing that I thought of was like Black Lives Matter, honestly, because of, like using words like equality here and fairness and stuff like this. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be Black Lives Matters. It could, but I feel like it's more so if the music thing isn't resonating for you, if the like creative arts kind of thing isn't resonating for you, then I feel like the other reason that you could be taking off and going out of town is you could be taking off and going out of town for a cause, for some kind of like volunteer opportunity that you want to get involved in. Now, it could be Black Lives Matter, like I said, but could be something else. It could be something else dealing with equality and fairness that you're very passionate about and you feel very fired up about. It could be anything. It could be like, it could be about animals, for example. It could be for animal rights. It doesn't even have to be about humans. Animals are better anyway. So it could be about anything, really. But I feel like that could be one reason too, while you wind up going somewhere, is to fight for what you believe in, basically. And in either case, whether it's you're like a performer or involved in creative arts, or whether you are like the person who is going out there for some kind of activism or some kind of cause, I feel like coconut here still applies in both situations: protection, purification, and boundaries. Because you do need to be careful in both of those scenarios. If you're a performer, for example, security guards, bodyguards, all that kind of stuff, that exists for a reason. There are stalkers out there and crazy people, and people get weird and do weird things to celebrities and on shows and that kind of thing. So obviously those people need to stay safe and they need to be protected. On the flip side, if you're the person who would be traveling more so dealing with a cause or for some reason of activism, it's still important to protect yourself, because especially if you look at all of like the Black Lives Matters types of movements that happened over the summer, there was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of insanity there. There were people who were getting beaten by cops, and there was fighting and all kinds of insanity. And I'm not here to talk about that or to, pick sides or anything like that. I'm just saying it was pandemonium, regardless of what side you stand on. It was pandemonium. So once again, I think it's important to protect yourself with that, to know what your rights are, to do it peacefully, those kinds of things. So either way, in either scenario, you need to be protected. You need to be safe. It could even be as simple as like having travel insurance, for example. And then with cherry vanilla, love, passion, and relationships, I feel like this is basically saying that the reason you guys are going to be traveling is you're going to be passionate about your purpose in doing so. So, for example, if you're traveling for some kind of belief or activism that you are passionate and fired up about, like you want to save the whales or something like that, you're going to be passionate about it. It's something that you're going to love and care about very deeply. If it's the other thing, if it's like the performance thing, and I can speak from experience with this because I have my own experience dealing with music. If you're a performer, if you're a creative type of artist, you're typically very passionate about your work. You're passionate about what you do. It's something that you love and it's something that you enjoy. So in either scenario, I feel like the fuel behind doing that is going to be coming from a place of love and coming from somewhere that you're very passionate about, basically. But it's like, this is definitely a very creatively or cause-driven type of trip, type of vacation. And like I said, because of the nature of these two things, I feel like it's not just one location. I feel like you're going to be traveling to several different places. It's not just going to be like, oh, hey, we're going to go off to the beach, for a week or something like that. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, oh, we're going to hit up this city and then that city. And then, like a couple weeks later, we're going to go hit up that city. So I feel like it's going to be like some kind of tour routine, regardless of what situation you fall under. Then we have some stuff here from the Sacred Creators Oracle, and you guys got in flow with the money, celebrate your wins, ambush fear with your ferocious dream, and lead your metamorphosis. So interesting. I feel like with money, I feel like there is going to be like financial gain basically out of this excursion, out of this trip. So, number one, if you're on like the artist, creativity kind of side of the spectrum, I feel like the flow in of the money is basically going to be the profit that you make out of doing shows, selling merch, all that kind of stuff, selling your tickets, all those things. If you're on the other side of being someone who's doing this for activism and a cause that you believe in, I feel like the profit will not be for you personally, but you'll be raising money for whatever it is that you're believing in. Like, once again, if you're doing something in support of some kind of like animal rights movement, I feel like you guys are going to be raising money for different animal rights organizations and then giving that money to them. So there's definitely going to be money coming in. There's going to be profit coming in out of this excursion, out of these trips that you guys are going to be making. And with celebrate your wins, I feel like you guys are going to have success in this trip, because this trip, it's not leisure. It's not just for leisure activity. It's not just for rest and relaxation. It's a purpose-driven type of trip. Whether your purpose is to basically be the face of and the sponsor of your cause, or whether the purpose is to, go out there and put on a show and put on a performance for people. There's a reason, there is a cause for it. There's a purpose behind it. And I feel like you're going to have success on both ends. If you're the cause-driven group, I feel like your wins are going to be the fact that you're going to make a positive difference. You're going to make a positive change. You're going to make a dent in what it is you're trying to do. If you are the performer group, then I feel like your wins are going to be, sold out shows and, running out of merchandise and seeing a crowd of people just like really enjoying themselves and applauding you and having a great time, pretty much connecting with your audience. So I feel like there's definitely going to be wins and successes along the way in this little tour scenario. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. So I feel like for most of you guys, like, this is a dream. This is a dream. This is a desire of yours. This is something bigger than yourself. It's not something that's just like, practical, ho-hum, whatever kind of thing. So, number one, like I said, if you're the cause-driven group of people, I feel like it's your dream to make that difference. It's your dream to, see success in that. If you're the performer type of people, I feel like it's your dream to, be out there on stage and performing and, doing your craft basically for a living kind of a thing. So, those can be scary and intimidating things to do, because a lot of people just don't go out there and do those things every day. Most people are comfortable in their homes, in their 9-to-5 type of life, in, the mediocre. And both of these groups mediocre is not enough for either of you, which is very admirable and a beautiful thing. And then we have lead your metamorphosis. So I feel like this entire experience, because I feel like, once again, we're not just talking about like a week-long vacation away somewhere. We're talking about like hitting up several different areas, several different cities over an extended period of time. And there may be times where you'll go out and you'll hit up a couple cities, and then maybe you'll come home for a couple of weeks, and then you'll maybe go back out there again and do it again. But I feel like the entire duration that this is going on, you're going to be seeing a change not only externally and what's happening around you, but you're going to be seeing an internal change too. It's going to change you internally for the positive in a good way. So it's going to be good inside and out for you guys. We also have some cards here from the Divine Dog of Wisdom. And you guys got boredom, time to sit and stay, significance, you be you, and allowing, let it happen. So starting with boredom, time to sit and stay, I feel like that basically reflects the here and now, like right now, because I feel like this is kind of all of us, like all of 2020 and, heading into 2021 right now. We're all just bored. We're tired of having to sit and stay. We're tired of having to wear our muzzles, aka our masks. We're tired of having to do that basically. We're tired of having to quarantine and being locked down and just staying at home pretty much. So I feel like this is just kind of where you're at right now. And if you are, there's nothing to be ashamed of with that, because you're in good company. A lot of us are in that same place. But I do feel like, this is going to be no easy thing. Like, whether you're putting together a tour or whether you're putting together like different dates to go out there and, like march for your cause or whatever it may be, it can be daunting organizing that kind of stuff. So try not to be overwhelmed and try not to be stressed out as you're planning it, and just let it flow. Allow it to happen. The places that you're meant to go to, make your impact and make your differences and make your change and perform at and all that kind of stuff, it'll happen. You just kind of have to go with the flow and, let your heart guide you in what's going to be right when it comes to that. And with significance, you be you, I feel like you following this path and being you is like the most amazing thing and the most beautiful thing that you could possibly do. Because that's not easy. It's not easy to be the person who's out there trying to make a difference. It's not easy, going out there and performing on stage like every single night and that kind of thing. So it's not easy. It's not always easy to be the person who stands out and shines brightly. It can be scary and it can be intimidating and it can be difficult. But it's important that you do, because it makes a difference. It makes a positive difference in other people's lives. And even more importantly, it's healthy and it's good for you to do that. So continue to be you. It's going to take you on an amazing adventure when all this happens. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, you guys got... Your heavenly Father knoweth that you have a need for all these things. Matthew 6:32. So I feel like this is basically saying that God knows that you need to do this. He knows that you need to follow this path. So he knows you need to get out there and, represent the cause that you believe in, or you need to get out there and perform and create and be an artist or whatever the case may be. But he knows what you need to do, and he supports you, and he's behind you 110% in that. So never forget that. Anyway, that's basically what I have going on for you guys for your next vacation, which for you guys, I can tell is definitely going to be an adventure. So I'm really excited for you with that. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just through a simple, small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you will get that notification about that, and then you can hop on in, join in, and be a part of that, and that's always a fun and good time too. So, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by here and spend a little bit of time with me today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose the Angel Oracords, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what you need to know about your next upcoming vacation. All right, exciting, exciting. Who here is ready for a vacation? I know that a lot of people probably are because everyone's been in lockdown for a long time, so it's a good time to take a little vacay, right? Okay, anyways, we're going to start off here with the ice cream oracle for you, and you guys got cookie and cream, guilty pleasures, indulgence, temptation, Neapolitan, collaboration, teamwork, and resourcefulness, pumpkin spice, harvest, prosperity, and fortune, and moon mist, astral travel, visions, and visitations. Ooh. All right. So what I am seeing for you guys is I feel like wherever it is that you're going to be going on vacation, your next vacation is basically going to be your dream vacation, your dream getaway. So whatever it is that looks like to you, I feel like that's what's going to be. It could be staying at one of those like little huts off of the water in Bora Bora. It could be, going to Paris and, splurging on, fancy clothes and, eating the good food and visiting the Eiffel Tower. It could be anything, tropical, not tropical, it doesn't matter. It's going to be amazing and epic, whatever it is. And the reason why I say this is, number one, you guys have cookies and cream, guilty pleasure, indulgence, temptation. So wherever it is that you guys are going to go, and I feel like the place is going to be different for everybody because everybody's dream vacation, everyone's ideal place, looks a little bit different. Not everyone's going to have the same taste. But I feel like whatever that is, it would be like that guilty pleasure. It would be somewhere that you could just totally indulge in and go crazy in and enjoy. If you're someone who really likes fine dining and extremely elaborate, expensive food, maybe you're going to go somewhere where they have amazing food. If you're someone who really enjoys tropical beach type places, you're going to lounge and you're going to be just a total beach bum the entire time. If you're someone who likes adventure, you may be indulging in hiking and exploring the mountains and stuff like that. So it's going to be different for everybody. It's like you always have this temptation in your heart to just pick up and leave and go to this dream destination, but it's gonna happen. You're gonna make this dream destination happen. It's going. And I feel like the reason the how you're going to get there is through Neapolitan, collaboration, teamwork, and resourcefulness. Because I feel like anything that's a dream vacation, it's going to take a little bit of work and collaboration to put it together. It's not something that you can just kind of haphazardly, throw together. For example, for me, I live in LA, and an example of a haphazardly thrown together type of getaway living in LA would be oh, hey, do you want to go to Vegas for the weekend and, just hang out and party and stuff in Vegas? That would be an easy thing to throw together for someone like myself who lives in LA. It's a 4-hour drive And, there's obviously tons of hotels there along the strip and everything. And it's pretty easy to like drop everything at the last minute and say, hey, yeah, let's go to Vegas, or, let's go up to the Bay Area or something like that. Like, it's really easy to do that. But something that may take a little bit more time and a little more planning and a little more preparation is like, okay, for example, a dream vacation for me would be like going to Disney World, because, I'm very familiar with Disneyland. I've gone there 1,000,001 times because I live in LA. But I have literally, my entire life, I've never been to Disney World, and I would love to check it out. I would love to see it. But I know Disney World is like 1,000,000 times bigger than Disneyland. You can fit like a bazillion Disneylands inside of Disney World. So I know it takes a little bit of time and planning and preparation. There's financial preparation involved in it. There's timing preparation. There's, looking at the map and then figuring out, oh, well, we're going to go here on this day and we're going to go there on that day and all that other kind of stuff. Like, it takes some planning. It takes some time. It's not like just picking up and saying, hey, let's go to Vegas this weekend. It's not the same kind of thing. So I feel like for you guys, the reason why you're going to be able to pull off this trip is because you guys are going to be collaborating. You're going to be resourceful in figuring out how to put this thing together, whether you need to figure it out from a financial perspective or from a timing perspective or whatever it is. I feel like you guys are going to put in the time, you are going to put in the effort. And we always put in the time and the effort towards things in life that we care about and that we're passionate about. And I feel like that this vacation, it means a lot to you. It means a lot to you to not only go on vacation, but to reach that dream destination. Like, if you were me, you wouldn't be just happy like, oh, let's just do another weekend at Vegas. You're like, no more weekends at Vegas. I want to go all the way to Disney World. So, and I'm not saying that that's your dream location. I'm just using myself here as an example, but it's like you're done with just, oh, let's just go over to the lake or whatever for the weekend. Let's, let's go to Europe or something, It's like you're really ready to do that. And with teamwork, I do feel like you're not going to be going on this vacation alone. I feel like you will be going on vacation with other people. So it's going to be a collaborative effort to put this dream destination together. And with pumpkin spice, we have harvest, prosperity, and fortune, which is exactly what you guys want to do. You want to harvest this. You want to make this happen. And, it's kind of like, when it comes down to gardening or that kind of stuff, there's the period of time where you plant the seed and you water it and you grow it and you make sure it gets enough sunlight and plant food and all that kind of stuff. And then comes the harvest. And that's when you take the good stuff that has finally grown and is finally developed and it's finally there. And I feel like this dream vacation has been a long time coming. So you're going to feel really good harvesting this, harvesting what you've been waiting for a long time, what you've been working towards for a very long time. Maybe you've been saving up money for this for like a certain number of years or whatever it is, but you're going to like be so excited to reap the harvest from this. And it's going to be a vacation filled with prosperity and fortune, which makes sense because if it's your dream location, your dream vacation, of course it's going to be epic. Of course it's going to be amazing and prosperous and all the good stuff. And with moon mist, astral travel, visions, and visitations, I feel like this basically implies the fact that you guys have already like been there 1,000,001 times before in your mind. Like, this dream vacation is so huge to you and such a big dream. It's like you daydream about it and you dream at night about it, and you look up YouTube videos and stuff online about it. And you're practically like your own little tour guide, even though you've never been there before. But it's like this crazy love affair, infatuation with this dream location. So I feel like, even on an astral level, maybe you have traveled there already, which is why you're so strongly connected to it. But I do feel like in some ways, on a spiritual, mental, and emotional level, you guys have already been there. You're ready. You are all set. You're just ready to bring in what you know and feel about this dream vacation into reality, is what it comes down to. We also have a few cards here from the Soul Purpose Oracle, and you guys got overthinking can spoil the magic. Befriend the word polarize. Changemaker, make waves. And prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. Okay, so starting off with overthinking can spoil the magic. I feel like some of you already probably hearing this message, you're just like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I am going to such and such place, my dream vacation. It's not going to happen. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Like, what is she talking about? Like, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be nice, but that's not going to happen. And it's that kind of attitude with the overthinking and trying to figure it out right now. That's what's going to spoil the magic. That's what's going to prevent it from happening. But this can totally happen. And, you know, I'm not saying that this dream vacation is going to happen tomorrow, you guys. This is just like, you know, your next vacation, whatever it is down the road. This could be like a full year from now, as far as you know. But the point is, it can totally happen. You know, if you start planning it now, if you start, you know, setting aside the money now or doing whatever it is you need to do now, you could make this happen 6 months from now, a year from now, however much time it needs to take. But I think it's important to not overthink the process of getting there and making it happen, or you're going to delay this trip and you're not going to be able to make it happen. So stop overthinking it. And that's a good note to know when it comes to life as a whole. Whether it's a vacation you want, a job that you want, a relationship that you want, don't overthink shit, because overthinking ruins anything that is good for you that you're meant to have. Befriend the word polarize. So, you know, the word polarize is basically like kind of like shocking, basically something that's a little bit earth-shattering. And it may be kind of shocking to you in a sense that you could even pull this off. It may be kind of even weird and uncomfortable for you. Like, maybe you kind of look at your dream vacation as just that. Like, it's, you keep it at a distance. You keep it at like an arm's length from you. Like, it is just a dream. Like, they call it a dream vacation because that's just it. It's a dream. It doesn't have to be, though. Like, be comfortable with the fact that, you know, it doesn't have to be that polarizing, that you can pull it out of just dreamland and pull it into real land, basically. Pull it into reality. Pull it out of here. Pull it out of that astral dreamland, and you can totally make it real. Changemaker, make waves, change it. Change it from being a dream to reality. And once again, that's like a simple thing that you can apply in life with anything, whether it's the dream vacation, the dream job, the dream house, the dream car, the dream spouse, the dream kids, the dream pets, the dream whatever. You can have the dream anything you want, but it starts with you not overthinking things and being willing to be uncomfortable and be that change maker. And that may mean changing up your thought patterns and changing up the way you see things, and start being a little bit more open and accepting to the possibilities rather than the limitations. And you can see so many amazing things happen, especially with this vacation. And then you guys have prosperity's sisters are happiness and joy, which is funny because you guys got prosperity on this card, and then you also got prosperity with pumpkin spice as well. So going on this vacation is definitely going to be a very prosperous time for you, without a doubt, since we have prosperity coming through here twice. And then with happiness and joy, I think it's interesting because a lot of people get the two of them confused as being the same thing, and they're really not. They're related, yeah, they basically are sisters, but they are not the same thing. Happiness is more like a surface level type of happiness and joy. You know, happiness happiness is fleeting is the thing. Like, it can come and go. It doesn't have necessarily a stable anchor. You know, happiness is like, oh, I just got a discount on something. I'm so excited about that. But then, you know, you getting a discount on something, it's not going to last you the whole day or the rest of your life. But it's like in that moment, on more of a superficial and shallow level, yeah, it's exciting. But joy, it's also a feeling of happiness, but it goes deeper. It's got depth to it. It has roots to it. Joy is something that is firmly anchored. It's usually anchored in some kind of love and some kind of peace. You know, joy is more so the type of feeling that we get from like our relationships, from our purpose in life, from something that's deeper. Because, you know, while happiness may be like, hey, I got to go on a shopping spree and it was a lot of fun, joy is like, I have people at home who love me and care about me, and I'm so blessed and fortunate that I get to get up every day and do something that I care about. So they both bring like these positive emotions, but in different types of ways. Me personally, I'm much more of an advocate for joy over happiness. I would rather have much more moments and opportunities to have joy in my life than happiness, because I like stuff that is rooted and anchored, that is going to be there for the long haul rather than something that's shallow and fleeting. But I feel like regardless, when it comes to this trip, you guys are going to have both, which is awesome. You're going to have like those shallow moments of, ooh, check out what I just did on vacation. Look at me on Instagram or whatever. But then at the same time, you're going to have like those feelings of joy where this vacation is going to like live in your memory forever as like something you are so incredibly thankful for that you finally got to do, and like kind of put it down on the bucket list kind of thing. So it's going to be such a good time, such an amazing opportunity for you. We also have a few cards here from the Divine Dog of Wisdom. And you guys got solitude, time to restore, gratitude, give thanks, and action, seize the day. So I'm going to start off here with action, and I feel like this card is basically reminding you guys that you need to take action and pursue your dream vacation. You know, usually I would just kind of sum it up on a more basic level, like follow your dreams. But since this is specifically about vacations, this is asking you to follow your dream vacation. Make it happen. Take the action. Start putting away money for it. Start making plans for it. Start looking at flights. Start looking at hotels. Whatever it is that you need to do, but start doing something. Start making steps towards making it happen. And I feel like while you guys are on vacation, while you're going to be doing all kinds of beautiful and amazing and wonderful things, you know, even if it's with other people, I feel like you are going to have moments where you're going to be able to spend just a little bit of time on your own while you're on this vacation, just to kind of like, I feel like those moments are going to be moments where you're just going to be able to relish and savor the flavor of it. It's kind of like if you're eating like a really delicious piece of chocolate, you're not just scarfing it down and moving on to the next thing. It's like you're going to pause and you're just going to like really taste it and really enjoy it. And I feel like you're going to have several of these moments where you're just going to taste this vacation and you're going to savor it and relish it. And you're going to be like, yeah, this is what it's all about. This is what I've been craving and wanting and needing to get away to do for the longest amount of time. And because of that, ultimately, you're going to be so incredibly grateful and thankful that you were able to go on this vacation. You're going to have so much gratitude for it. So, I mean, giving thanks that you have the opportunity to do something as amazing as go on your vacation, your dream vacation at that, is, you know, it kind of goes without saying. You know, it's kind of like a duh. Finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got ask and it shall be given you, Matthew 7:7. So if you want to go on this dream vacation, I feel like the very, 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 very first step is ask. Ask God, pray about it, and say, hey, You know, like if it were me and I wanted to say, hey, God, you know, I would really like to go to Disney World. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'd really like to go there. Put it out there. Just put it out there. And then, you know, you at least open up the window of opportunity for it to happen and to get the wheels in motion there. So you have not because you ask not, so go ahead and ask. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, yeah, that's basically what I see going on for you guys, dealing with your vacation. And I am just so excited for you because, you know, whatever this dream vacation is, whatever it is for you, however it looks for you, it sounds like it's just going to be such a fulfilling moment and such a dream come true. And just knowing that that's going to happen for you guys excites me. So if this message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple, small emoji. Also, you guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. And feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you'll be notified of that, and then you can join in and participate and be a part of those as well. So, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by here and spend a little bit of time with me today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.